Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Krijnberg, and that guy behind the desk over there is Ramon Hutters, and as mentioned, we were ago. What we see here on the screen is intelligence. Is a great tool for creating beautiful reports on large data sets. Our reporting is actually sales reporting. The first what we see here is actual versus target reporting based on sales data. The second report on the screen is sales data, so it's showing the over. Thank you. It's showing the over and underperformance of our sales reps. And last but not least, we have a pipeline report which shows the open opportunities. Now this is brilliant, Ian already mentioned it, but it's not very useful when you're a sales guy and you're always on the road. Then basically you need something else. You don't have time to open up your laptop, you need the power of your voice, and you need SAP HANA, of course. So this is where our demo comes in. So what we've done, we're using a server in the cloud, which is running a piece of software which we have written in Python, and we hooked it up to SAP HANA, and we're using the already existing capabilities of the iPhone. We just made it slightly better by hooking it up to HANA. And what happens is, whenever we say something in the iPhone, the text is automatically sent to Google Voice API. It's translated into text, the text goes into our server, keywords are analyzed, and basically SQL is fired off, and we get an answer back from the iPhone. Neat and simple. But actually, this is TechEd, so let's show a piece of code. So what we have here is a piece of our Python script. First part is actually, let's say, the keyword part. So what we see here is sales and a certain variable. Now that variable is filled in automatically. It is then passed on to the SQL statement. SQL statement is fired off, result comes back, and it's passed on to the iPhone. Pretty simple, right? So that brings us to our demo. So Mike is a sales guy. He's always on the road. So it takes place in his Audi S5, and basically he fires off his first question of the day because he has to know where to go. Right, that's a struggle. Hello. I have no sound on the... Well, I have no sound, but I actually have...
It's great to be here. Mike, you have an appointment with customer Adobe.
So that's great. So I know I have an appointment with customer Adobe. So what does a sales guy want to know? He wants to know if he's pushing sales. So is his actual sales bigger than his target sales? Now we can just ask the iPhone by saying Delta Adobe.
Yes?
Delta Adobe.
One moment. Try to determine it.
Whoops.
Yes?
Delta Adobe.
One moment. Actual sales minus target for customer Adobe is €237,217.
Yeah, we're actually also trying to incorporate some humor into the demo, so it understands the German language as well. So now we know that we're on basically having more actual sales than target sales. So remember Mr. Johnson, he was the guy who was in this second report we were showing a visual intelligence, and he's basically our top sales guy. So let's find out if Mr. Johnson is performing above target.
Yes?
Difference, Johnson, Adobe.
One moment. Sales rep Johnson is above target for customer Adobe for an amount of €80,000.
Well, that's pretty good. So he's actually above target. So yeah, so also our favorite sales rep is above target. Now, with that information, Mike is actually able to go into his meeting. So he went to his customer Adobe. He had a fantastic meeting, and it went so well that he actually has to record a new opportunity in his database. And of course, he doesn't switch open his laptop. He just uses the power of his voice again.
Yes?
Opportunity Adobe 9000.
One moment. Opportunity created for customer Adobe for an amount of €9,000.
So now the question is what happened to our online sales report. So as Ramon is demoing that on the screen now, I could also fire it off on the iPhone and see if I also get a chart on the iPhone.
Yes?
Pipeline report.
One moment.
Well, it's not visible because of the lighting, but believe me, there is a pie chart there. And as you and as we all know in business intelligence, we should not use pie charts, so that's all built in. But yeah, the bar chart is showing a refreshed data set, so yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, that brings us to the end of our demo. So what we have shown you that we are able to read the HANA database, we're able to write to the HANA database, and we're also even able to create graphs on the iPhone. Well, they're actually not shown here, but believe me, they were visible in the iPhone. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
Well done, guys. Thank you very much.